I started this game a little over 2 years ago now. I came in when synchros were a big deal, you know. Long time before Exceeds hit. I remember the first time I saw Stardust Dragon. I thought it was the best card in the game. I thought it was the best card ever made. Like, I contribute this thing to negate something that destroys, and then he comes back. Wow. But of course, this is after like years and years of not playing. Like, I started the game when it first came out, like a lot of people did, watching the show, and just played the game, and then just took a break because like nobody was playing at the time. I didn't go to tournaments back then, but I wanted to get started again, so I came back in, and like there's all this crazy stuff. There's all kinds of synchro decks, and I was just overwhelmed by it. I didn't know what was going on. It was crazy. And at that time, I believe when I came in, I was playing Gravekeepers because I bought the Merrick starter deck. I bought 3 of them things and just threw them together. I didn't know what I was doing. I was running Lava Golems and Blast Spheres and Nightmare Wheels and Gravekeepers just because, like, hey, this shit was used on the show, I'm going to use it now. And I didn't know what was going on. I remember that format well because I versed Plant decks, I versed Flame Veils, I versed Black Wings, and Trishula was just riding on my ass the entire format, and I was like, gosh, I hate this fucking card. And then like it got a little bit worse, cause then I started hating Black Wings. Like, well, shit, this shit is just shitting all over me. And then Agents come out, and I was like, well, shit, Black Wings don't seem that bad now. Fuck, I miss Trishula now. And then, you know, I thought, well, it can't get any worse now. And then Dark Worlds come out, and I was like, fuck, it got worse. And then it just, this progression of shit just kept getting worse. And then we move on some more, and then there's Inzectors, there's Dino Rabbits, there's Wind-Ups, there's loops and shit, and I'm just like, what is happening? You know, just throw some Samurais mixed in there, and then it's just welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! The point of this whole thing is that each format brings something new that's just gonna piss people off. That's just gonna make people complain. And don't mistake this as complaining. If I complain and I really meant it, then I'll just stop playing, which I'm not going to do. I love this game. I have ever since I saw the show back when it first aired. But the fact is that with each new format, there's that defining deck, or there's defining decks that just, you know, you're going to be facing the entire format. And this format is leading up to be Elemental Dragons, Dragon Rulers, whatever. And really, the deck is crazy, yes, it's good, yes, but I don't see it really being too destructive as everybody is predicting. I don't want to say, you know, this deck's just going to be unbeatable, because no deck is unbeatable, as we've seen throughout this all. I've witnessed Amazonas beat Wind-Ups back when Wind-Ups had the hand loop. So, you know, anything can happen in this game at any given moment. But as far as the format, what it's going to be with Elemental Dragons, I couldn't really say. I mean, I'm just gonna stick to playing the decks that I have right now. I'm not gonna try to change my playstyle. I'm not gonna try to buy expensive shit, because I can't afford that shit. I can barely afford Fire Fist Bears, which are going down in price somehow, which was able, you know, how I was able to get them. But the thing is, for the people out there that don't have money, that are not on that level, you shouldn't be afraid to just play what you want to play in this upcoming format. No matter what the hype is about Elemental Dragons, about Prophecies, if you go up against Judgment Day and you don't have Joel and Lockbird, or you don't have Naturia Beast, which is fairly cheap now, or you don't have a deck that can play it, just don't be afraid. Just play through it. You might get that lucky hand, you might get all the outs, and you might not. So if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. That's just it. But you shouldn't let that make you afraid to play this game. If you go in and you're scared, yes, you're going to lose. If you go in just wanting to have a good time, if you want to play this game to have fun, then you're going to have a good time, unless you just get pissed off easy, which basically people who play this game tend to do. Now, I'm the most calm person in the world. I never get mad, but this game sometimes irritates me. Which is not really the game, I should say. It's more the people that play this game, because it's just got some dumb motherfuckers being stupid and shit. But I'm not going to go into any more details on that. But the upcoming format is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing really what's going to happen, because it's going to be really just something to see what kind of decks are going to come forward to counter these Elemental Dragons and Prophecies, just to see what kind of, like, I don't want to say budget decks, but less expensive decks, maybe some classic decks come back. As I've seen on YouTube here about, there's talk of Frognarks, that it'll be good this format, which I hope so, because I got a Frognark deck, and if I have to, I'll switch back to it. Like right now I'm playing Constellars, and I'm hoping that'll do good. But for this upcoming format, I really don't know. I mean, as I make this video right now, it's the night before my locals, so by the time this is posted, it'll be after the first tournament of the format, and I'll really get to see how many Elemental Dragons or how many new decks really come into play, how many Madolches with Hoop Cakes now. I really get to see. I'm ready to see this now, because it should be interesting. I'm predicting that all the pro players will want to come out and impress us with their money cards, so it should be something to see. But my opinion on the new format is, I would say that I'm just curious to see at what all new decks, old decks, what all decks come forward to counter these new decks. Is there any hidden gems from the past that will just be the new deck, the new counter to the unbeatable E-Dragons? Internet sarcasm. But I'm going to get the opinions tomorrow of the rest of Team Jerry Beans. There's going to be a whole group discussion, so whenever I post this video, it will be alongside that with their opinions. We'll see what they have to say. They might see it differently as me. As a matter of fact, I know they will. So it should be something interesting. But that's all I have to say on it right now. I might have something new to say later after this plays out a little bit more. But thanks for watching. Again, if you stayed tuned in this long, this is a fairly long video. I didn't mean to talk this long, but thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.